Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are checking in for our health and wellness feature. And this particular feature was very important for me to make sure that I provided quality content, to provide a quality uh, source of information. And we are tapping into the one of the components of the health and wellness um, of health and wellness, and that is mental health today. So, this particular content creator is a psychiatrist with 20 plus years experience. This is Dr. Tracey Marks, and she has some very interesting content. I want you to make sure that you go over and check her out. She's based in Atlanta, and she does educational mental health videos. She does not profess to be able to treat you through these videos, but this is information that is definitely useful if you are planning to see a mental health provider, someone who is going to help you navigate the challenges that you're dealing with. She's talking about a variety of mental health um, topics, and not just talking about the topic itself, but giving you information about um, signs and different methods to try to manage these different issues. And so this is so important, especially in this day and age right now, because there are so many things that are creeping up. There are so many things that are coming to the forefront. And it's not to say that anything is brand new, but it is definitely becoming more and more um, known, becoming more and more familiar to a lot of people who exist outside the mental health community. We as individuals are starting to identify behaviors that we have, and they're being paired with conditions that actually have a name. And so that is important, because if you're a person who noticed that you have certain things going on with you and you never really understood why, and now you're in a position where those symptoms or those behaviors that you're identifying are actually being tied to a condition that can be um, that has a label, and your healthcare provider can help you with managing that condition, whether it is behavior therapy or through medication. So anyway, we want to go ahead and make sure that we check out Dr. Tracey Marks. I have watched some of her videos. She had one on here that I was extremely interested in, because I'm a person, I deal with OCD, but I also, I was watching this and I was just really blown away, because it was about skin picking and hair pulling. And I never really thought much about why I do, because I do have a tendency to focus on removing dry skin from my lips. I don't pick skin from any other place in my body, but it is to the point where I have obsessively um, just picked and picked and picked. I felt like I needed to get every single piece of dry skin off my lip, to the point where now my lip is bleeding. And so I was just really just blown away by, here's the video here, by what she said, because I was like, oh my goodness, I never really thought about it. I just thought that I couldn't stand the idea of dry skin on my mouth. And obviously, it could potentially be more than that. And she has a huge library of information. She does refer you to her playlist when you're looking at her about section. She does refer you to her playlist, because the playlist gives you a more focused set of videos that speaks to particular topics and things. She has them broken out so that everything is grouped together. So that is very helpful. I am going to check this one out right here. She has 5 videos in there. That's affirming meditations, because our next area of focus for health and wellness is spiritual health and well-being. We've already put out a video for medical. We've done one for fitness, financial, and nutrition. This one is for mental, and the last area that we need to cover is spiritual health and well-being. And I want to make sure that I find good content for you on that one as well. But I definitely want to check this one out and see if this is helpful for you to tap into that particular area of health and wellness. We're going to go back over here because she has, when I Googled her, she has Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. She has a website. She has a TikTok. And so I want to make sure that you go over. I'm going to put the links for all of her social media, including her website, in the description box. But I love the fact that she's natural. I like the fact that she talks about, because she has like her website in, or her channel in different languages. But I like the fact that she does not just talk about mental health. She actually talks about, like one of the videos, she's talking about gut health and how having good gut health plays into how you feel from an emotional standpoint. Um, how to identify triggers and try to head them off at the path, so that things don't get out of control. She compares different one condition to another, like this one is psychopathy to psychosis. I know she also compared, it was one on here about, I don't know if it was ADHD to something else, but she really goes into detail about a lot of things from the perspective of making sure that you have as much information as you can, or as that she can provide, so that you understand the condition, and also so that you know how to identify when you could possibly have an onset of an episode of sorts. Um, and she does talk about the difference between having a um, something severe versus something mild, and how it's possible for a person that could have a condition and it's mild for you, as long as you are aware of the signs that you have, that you're about to have an episode, you can help yourself, because um, that's huge. You know, some people feel like you have to go to the doctor for every single thing, but I think at the end of, or at the beginning of the day, it is also about you trying to do things to be proactive and not putting the responsibility of you getting better 100% on your healthcare provider, because you have to do the work as well. So I like that about her videos, because she, helps you to identify those things. No, excuse me. She helps you to identify those things. And lastly, I just want to talk about she. Let me go here because she did mention, and I may have already passed it. She's talking about medications here. I saw something about some oils. Okay, she's talking about CBD here. Okay, she's talking about mushrooms here. And here she's talking about how food, your diet and stuff can heal you. And I believe that 100%, because I know for a fact that when I was fully on animal protein before I had my surgery, and I was so sick, removing like chemicals, because I had stopped perming my hair and I went natural. I stopped eating animal protein. I start focusing more on plants and trying to eat whole foods, and I noticed a difference in getting better, but my body just was really having a hard time trying to heal itself. And so I had to do something to help myself. And eventually, it led to me having bariatric surgery, which took care of, I guess about 85% of the problem. I still have issues because I have genetic hypertension, which is something, it's not learned. I didn't develop hypertension because I just ate the wrong foods all my life. They tried to wean me off of my blood pressure medication and my body just wasn't having it. So you have two different types of hypertension. One is obviously the genetic, which is just, it's in your bloodline, and the other one is learned, and that is means if you can adjust your diet, lose the weight and things like that, you can come off your blood pressure medicine and your blood pressure will decrease. Unfortunately, mine is genetic, so I wasn't able to get off my blood pressure medicine, but I was able to get off my diabetes medicine, and I was able to eliminate some of the other medicines that I was taking, because I was taking medicine for acid reflux, GERD. Um, and the only other thing I have to take is my estrogen because I am menopausal. I had to have a hysterectomy. And I have to take medication for pain because I have arthritis and I have soft tissue, nerve, and muscle damage. No, soft tissue, nerve, and joint disease. And so some of these things are just never going to go away. I'm going to be living with them, but I'm trying to live my best life, trying to make sure that I take my supplements, that, again, I'm going to be, filming videos on my treadmill and things like that. And so all of this plays into mental health because when you don't feel good, your mind does not function the way that you want it to. Sometimes you have a bout with anxiety. Sometimes you might be depressed. There's a lot of things that your physical health contributes to your mental health. And so here a video because I do have a personal care line, and my scents are custom blended. And so I know that's another thing that I can co-sign on when she says aromatherapy for anxiety. I know aromatherapy works. I have used aromatherapy in the past to help me champion some of the issues that I was dealing with in my own mental health. And I know that it makes a huge difference. Some scents can be make you feel very nostalgic. It can remind you of happy times in your life. Um, some scents can put you in a mindset of feeling like you are in the island somewhere, that you're relaxing and that you're just having a really good time and you're enjoying. This is another reason why aromatherapy is huge when it comes to um, like when you experience a full body massage or you have some type of hot stone massage or things like that. The relaxation of the touching and the massaging and the warmth compared when it's paired with fragrances and scents that are very calming and relaxing, like ylang ylang or lavender, chamomile, eucalyptus, you know, even the fruity smells. Not really big on the floral smells, but some people are. Some people love the smell of rose. And so, yeah, so for from the mental health perspective, you're as an entire individual, you're a complete individual. You have all these senses and they work together, and they all work together to help put you in either you're going to be in a bad mind state or you're going to be in a good mind state. Just depends on what's happening with you. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end this video right here. Please check her out. I'm going to be watching her videos. I got my bell on because I want to see when she's laying out content. I'm very curious to see the next video that she releases. She just put this video out, emotional blindness and other signs of, I don't know what this condition is, but I'm going to look it up 3 days ago. I'm curious to know what that means. Um, but yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here. But before we do that, if you're not part of the Fetch fam, go ahead and download that app, scan my QR code, scan your receipt. You might as well take advantage of the benefiting from scanning your receipts because you're already spending the money. Those receipts translate into points. Those points translate into dollars, and those dollars can be cashed in via store card or cash card, or you can even donate those to charity. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, but we're not going to do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else. And until next time, y'all take care. Bye.